we come together on Mother's Day, and it makes me think of Proverbs 31, and how God defines a wife, women. And I started thinking about how we commonly recognize our wives, our mothers, and that's through flowers. We get flowers, and mothers and women are a lot like the different flowers in a garden. Each one is beautiful and unique in their own way. Some are short, tall, fuller bodied, some are slim. God mentions various flowers throughout the Bible. And I think there's two things that God says that he's saying to us with those examples of flowers. And one of those things is that we are each unique and beautiful in our own way. Just like flowers, there's a few types, and I did some research. I did quite a bit of research. I like things that grow. I like grass, flowers, plants. So I did some research, specific ones there are. You might be able to relate to some of these categories as I go through them. But there's some early bloomers, okay? Like the crocus flower. They bloom very early, and they're an indicator that spring is coming. There's late bloomers, like the mums. They bloom after the heat has worn out, continuing to minister their beauty and joy to us after the others have stopped. There's slow bloomers, like the sedum, that eventually blooms, taking more time to release its potential. It's because the leaves store water, and they take time to do that. The long-lasting blooms, like the hydrangeas. There are specific flowers that require a lot of attention in the beginning, but not so much once they're established. Like the azalea flowers. If anybody's ever planted azaleas, they're really hard to get established, but once they're established, you can't get rid of them. And there's the delicate flowers like the orchid. It's temperamental, bruises easily, needs ideal conditions to flourish, but is the most desired flower and is often used in weddings. There's flowers that are able to grow well in difficult conditions, like the hostas. They can bloom without a lot of sun. There's faithful flowers like the perennials, such as Rose of Sharon or the Bleeding Heart. They come back every year. And trust me, I've tried to take a couple out, and they don't they don't leave easy either. Then there's very bright and attention-getting. There's flowers that burst with color like the oriental poppies. Then there's more subtle, quiet forget-me-nots. They don't say, hey, look at me, but they do what they were designed to do. There's ones that need pruning often like the roses and wisteria. They have great potential, but will grow wild if they're uncontrolled. Then there's the flowers that don't draw attention to themselves, but they enhance the other flowers. Baby's breath and purple stasis. Then there's the roses. Everybody knows roses. They need a lot of TLC. They're susceptible to disease, and they're fraught with thorns. The second thing that the Bible teaches us with the indication of flowers and the references to flowers is that they're all meant to complement and complete one another. There's times where you may feel insignificant, that God wouldn't pick you from his garden. But he doesn't see one gifting, personality, or appearance as better than one another. None of us is less important to him. We're all supposed to be different. We're meant to be different. We look different. We feel different. It's because we are. We are all pleasing to him if we fulfill the specific call and purpose he places on our heart and why he created us to be here. We're only ever supposed to be ourselves, not like someone else. It's not possible for a rose to be an azalea or a mum, Whatever type God created you to be, embrace it. It's not for us to keep to ourselves. Our beauty, our aroma, our gifting are to be used for the benefit of those around us. Just as in the bouquet, each of us is as important as the whole. Even those who feel small or insignificant do have a role to play. A beautiful rose is breathtaking when enhanced by the subtle baby's breath. God created flowers to bring beauty to the earth and pleasure to us. Each flower is unique, and some are very beautiful as a single bloom, but many times more beautiful to see them put together as a bouquet or arrangement. When I think of that, and when I read all this and I learned more about flowers, I think of the church as a bouquet of flowers. Because we're all special and unique in our own way. We bring something that we can add to the church if we all come together as a bouquet. So